Most people don't realize this, but your brain has been lying to you about why you're tired. You aren't exhausted from your job or your chores or your busy life. You are exhausted from the marathon of escaping yourself. Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. You aren't actually busy. You're just terrified of what happens when the movement stops. If you're the type of person who needs a YouTube video playing just to eat lunch or music running just to shower, this harsh truth is going to hurt. Your brain isn't looking for entertainment. It's looking for a hiding spot. Most people don't realize this, but you've been using life to escape from living. You are running a marathon inside a hamster wheel, hoping the noise will drown out the person waiting for you in the dark. Psychologists call this experiential avoidance, and once you understand it, you'll see why you act the way you do. Why do you check your phone the second you wake up? Why do you feel that sudden, sharp pang of anxiety the moment your car engine stops and you're left in the silence of your driveway? Your habits, your constant checking, even your chronic fatigue, it's all influenced by this one pattern. You are overstimulating your brain to chemically bypass your soul. You've turned your life into a series of distractions to avoid a meeting with the only person who can actually change your future, the silent self. Think about your typical Monday. You wake up to an alarm, and before your eyes are even fully open, you're scrolling through a feed of people you don't even like. You tell yourself you're waking up, but you're actually just fortifying the walls. You go to work wearing the professional mask, performing tasks that feel like gray noise. Even on your commute, you can't just sit. You need music, a phone call, or a social media reel to fill the gap. But here's where it gets even worse. The escape doesn't end when the sun goes down. Most people stop here. They think this is just modern life. And that's the biggest mistake. You come home, you're exhausted, so you sit on the couch and relax. You call it self-care, but your brain is actually in a state of high alert, desperately trying to keep the silent truth from bubbling up to the surface. The craziest part? The truth is coming for you at 11 p.m. Psychology says people don't ignore their problems because they're lazy. They ignore them because they lack the metacognitive stamina to face them. Here's the painful part. Your brain chooses the comfort of a mindless Netflix binge over the growth of self-reflection every single time, unless you force the gear to shift. While you're escaping into a fictional world or a TikTok rabbit hole, your real life is decaying in the corner. You aren't resting. You're ghosting yourself. You're choosing a slow, comfortable death over a sharp, transformative awakening. But here's the part nobody wants to admit. You can run all day, but night finds you. It happens the moment you put the phone on the nightstand. The screen goes black. The room is still. And suddenly, every regret, every what if, and every realization that you are not where you wanted to be in life comes crashing in. This next part explains why your life hasn't changed yet. You've been treating the symptoms of your unhappiness with the morphine of distraction. This happens because your brain is trying to protect you from existential friction. Your mind thinks that if you acknowledge your loneliness or your career dissatisfaction, you'll break. So it offers you a dopamine hit instead. Your mind thinks, if I watch one more video, I don't have to feel the fact that I'm unfulfilled. But the reality is, the more you feed the distraction, the louder the silence becomes. Your brain is essentially putting a band-aid over a bullet wound. You've become a stranger to your own intuition because you've never stayed in the room long enough to hear it speak. If that hit you, good. It means you're finally listening. Here's the truth you've been avoiding. The reason you feel stuck isn't a lack of opportunity, it's a lack of presence. You've been away from your own life for so long that you've lost the keys to the engine. You are a ghost haunting your own calendar. If you want to break this cycle, you don't need a week-long silent retreat or a digital detox that you'll quit by lunch. You just need to reclaim the transition gaps. Here is the mental trick that actually works, and it's something you can do right now. It's called the 5-minute buffer. Think about those moments where your hand instinctively reaches for your phone, the 30 seconds you're waiting for the bus, the minute you spend sitting in your car after parking, or the time you spend waiting for a web page to load. Stop. Put the phone face down. For just 60 seconds, look at your hands. Feel the weight of your body in the chair. Notice the temperature of the room. By refusing to fill that tiny gap with noise, you are training your brain to realize that stillness is safe. You're teaching your nervous system that you don't need to be occupied to be okay. When you stop sprinting through these small moments, the silent truth at night stops feeling like a tidal wave and starts feeling like a conversation. You aren't fixing your life, you're just finally showing up for it. Most people will finish this video and immediately click on another one, terrified that if the screen goes quiet, the thoughts will come back. They'll fail the buffer before they even start. But not you. I'm challenging you to do the 5-minute buffer the very next time you feel that itch to scroll. When you're standing in line, when you're waiting for the cab, or the moment you lay down tonight. Just breathe and exist. Prove to yourself that you are still the one in control, not the algorithm. Will you survive 5 minutes of your own company? Comment, "I'm staying," if you're taking the challenge. The night doesn't find you to punish you. It finds you to bring you home. Subscribe before you forget, because the deeper we go, the more you'll realize that the silence was never the enemy. It was the cure.